Hello, I am Quinny. Welcome to the channel, guys. In this video today, we have got some more Monday Sorare trading strategy to go through. Over the last 5-6 weeks, we've traded a lot of cards in and out on the football and on the basketball side of things, and now the time has come. We have got strategies that have been developing, but they're now becoming strategies that we are implementing. In the video today, I'll be breaking all that down because over the next couple of months, no matter what part of Sorare you're involved in, even baseball comes into this as well, you're going to see tons of Sorare scouts and managers from around the world getting their strategies into the implementation stage, and it's really important to understand how much work and effort and how much time goes into a lot of these strategies for when they really pay off. So then you, me, us, we can earmark these things for next time they come around, and we can start to develop strategies the right way. At any point in the video, if you do laugh, you learn, you like something or whatever, please do like the video and subscribe to the channel. We are fast approaching 10,000 subscribers. Thanks very much to everyone that helped us over the last week or so break the 5,000 mark. Don't forget to share and retweet and all that good stuff, guys. Stay out of trouble, and let's get stuck into it. Now, one of the more obvious ones, of course, is as of game week 349, we have the full return of the MLS as well, which is a huge league on Sorare. And over the last game week that we're in at the moment, of course, we've had the return of the J and the K League as well. So we're at that point where a lot of managers who have been deploying seasonality strategies, you know, they maybe buy cards when they're not playing football because they go cheaper, to wait for them when they do get to play football, and obviously the rise in price if they're going to be trading them in the market, but equally, when they do fall in price, that can give you a great entry point into a level of cards that when they're in season, you just really wouldn't be able to afford. And the seasonality one is one of the more obvious ones where you do really need to bide your time, you know, wait through the 3-month off season, the 4-month off season, the 2-month winter break, you know, really whatever it might be. And if you're relatively new to Sorare, you're at a great point now where you can go onto websites like Sorare Data and have a look at the full MLS and look at some key players in there and see how their prices generally did move when they had fixtures, when they had form, when they had off-season breaks, when they had end-of-season discounts. Because if you are relatively new to Sorare, at some point you do want to tackle that seasonality strategy, and it might be for, you know, non-European divisions, it might be for the European divisions when the summer window comes up. It could be Asia, it could be South America, it could be anywhere. But with the MLS about to come back on in the next couple of days, it gives you a really fresh and a really current example, because so much of the historic data that you get for Sorare pricing on Sorare Data, you do need to take it with a pinch of salt, because the platform is forever in a different condition than what it was the day before, which makes historical data, you know, moderately accurate is how I would put it. When I started playing Sorare, I loved buying cards that were going out of season, or I love injury discounts, or, you know, the manager falling out with a guy and just bent. I don't mind buying guys when they're in a bad situation and spending time against the price, you know, to kind of realise that. And I think just with a lot of new users and a lot of managers on it, Sorare, the seasonality one is a great one just to have out there front and centre. But on Sorare, if you are going to really try and push the boat out and have a different strategy, have some sort of strategy that breaks the mold, it separates you from the pack and will hopefully give you an edge in a particular division that might exist. It might be one you speculate around it existing. It could be a number of different things. But to get really creative with strategies and go really left field are the ones that I've always enjoyed the most, and the ones that you'll often see me put on camera, and the ones that I normally build my club around. And on Sorare NBA, I don't know if you'll have noticed this, but when we went through all the trading videos, I made like a few little hints and stuff towards it. But the grand plan, if you have a look at the gallery that I managed to build here on Sorare NBA, if you're a basketball man, maybe you'll put the pieces together here quite quickly, okay? But they are all of a certain profile, okay? And I put this strategy together, and I was really excited to put this strategy together. The only card I don't think I covered in the trading strategy video was Jabari Smith, just a kind of mid-20 L15 guy that I got at a pretty good price, and he's come into some really good form recently. He was the only one that didn't feature in the video, but again, it was a similar strategy to what you've seen me lay out with the strategy that got me like the Sengun, the Banchero, the Halliburton, etc. And since I put that gallery together, I was winning Sorare NBA rewards every week. Tier 4s, Tier 5s, I got 1 or 2 Tier 3s, I think, at the absolute best. No problem at all. Rare contender, limited champion, limited contender. I was doing all of that stuff. But I threw all that away. I traded it all away to build this roster that I have at the moment. And I built that between 4 and 6 weeks ago. So I've not been winning cards on Sorare NBA for a month and a half at this point. I've been spending time against this strategy, and you know, you might see where this is going, you might not, but in the upcoming game weeks, game week 36 and in game week 37, there is a new rare competition open. It's called Rare Under 23. There's 100 cards that are going to get paid out in it. Top 5 get tier 1s, we then get tier 2s from 6th to 25th. It's a very good rare pool. I'm actually quite happy with it top to bottom, to be quite honest with you. When I click into the tiers, normally the way Sorare works is that you can only win the cards that you would play in this division. So I would expect this to be a tier 3 pool. But when you look at it for now, it's not. So LeBron James, all the big guys are in here. Like Jokic, Doncic, all the big guys are in here. That's brilliant for me. I'm quite happy with that for week 1. Depending on when this video goes out. I don't think a lot of the Americans, especially the basketball guys, don't think they watch my stuff too much. So I don't think they'll be copying me or anything. But all my guys, except for this limited that we got, all my guys are U23. And I think as far as the U23 field goes, I don't think there's many better guys than what I've got available. So I'm very looking forward to coming into this division here and not worrying about Sabonis, LeBron, Doncic, Siakam, and all these other guys, because none of them are U23. I've checked them out. These are the best, kinda. There's maybe 1 or 2 guys I'm missing, but I've got amazing U23s, and I'm just really looking forward to getting 2 game weeks out of them, and I hope the Sorare keeps this on. But it also, so this is a kind of tie-in of a Sorare strategy, of course, like the actual SO5. I wanted to get cards that for 6 weeks were winning me nothing, but for at least the next 2 game weeks, I should be in amongst the better competitors in the field. And then it's just down to the actual guys playing basketball. I'll take some information from Sorare data. Maybe I need to add another card in. If you would like to recommend a card that I should be adding in for the next 2 game weeks, under 23, low L10, hit me up in the comment section. I'd love to hear it. But it also ties in to my Genesis trading strategy for Sorare NBA, which is for these year 1 editions, I want rookies. I want young up and coming kids that are going to have a long career that can make cult hero status on Sorare. That's actually everything I've just said, my entire NBA strategy. And I felt that when I seen that the Limited's got an under 23 division, it was only going to be a matter of time before this got rolled out elsewhere, and I want to be in a position to take advantage of it for as long as I can, as quickly as I can, because I've definitely missed out other opportunities in Sorare NBA. And this NBA stuff, you might not play Sorare basketball, you might only play football, but for me, the level I play Sorare NBA to is probably not too different to anyone out there playing Sorare football as like a proper part-time hobby and not like their full-time commitment like I am. So I think there's some good parallels and some good transferable kind of lessons that we can put back on camera again, because Sorare NBA is brand new out the box, and you know, everyone's kind of going from zero in that respect. New divisions are being tested, new reward pool things are getting altered and adjusted and all that kind of stuff. Whereas in football, obviously, we're much further down the road, and a lot of this stuff is very much more theoretical based on experience. Whereas now with NBA, we can all kind of live it together, which I really enjoy. As well. When I get Sorare data to build my lineup, this is what it gives me for the first game. Now, I've had to pick this in Rare Champion because there's not a Sorare data lineup builder for the under 23 division. I don't blame them, it's only open for 2 weeks at the moment, but it's just one of those ones. This looks like a pretty good team. Projected score of 219, which in Rare Champion is probably going to get you quite nowhere quite quickly. Maybe with some multipliers, maybe they would help you along, but I think in under 23 that'll be very different, because I think if there's a top 5 scorers, I've probably got 3 or 4 of them on that team sheet there, I would like to think. So don't underestimate, guys, like when you lay these things out. When I'm laying out this Sorare NBA under 23 strategy, I'm thinking, oh, how long will this take to actually, when will they actually release this division? Oh, I've had to wait 6 weeks to now, but it's only going to be here for 2 weeks, and then how long till it returns? But it doesn't feel like a month and a half ago that I bought those NBA cards, because it's not my everyday life. It's not something that I look at every day. I'm not forever checking it. I actually forgot to set my last rare team before the All-Star week, so I didn't actually play a team that I could have played. That's how much of it in the background it is for me. And for the average like Sorare player, I suspect that's going to be a big part of it for you with your limiteds, commons, your first rare team, whatever it is you're getting up to. So please, when you're laying out strategies, don't think, oh, well, that's 3 months away. That's you know, don't need to worry about that, because time goes away, things change on Sorare quite quickly, and especially when it comes to sports, things change so fast and everything goes at such a fast pace that if you're laying out a strategy and you're thinking, oh, well, I don't really need to worry about that for 3, 6, 9 months, like maybe reevaluate that and make sure you're just in the best position you possibly can be, because for the longer term, the better you're set up as a club, the happier you are with the cards, the strategy you're deploying, the leagues you're trying to target, the more fun you have playing the game, and ultimately the better you do in the leaderboard or on the secondary market, whatever your poison is. I'd be very interested to hear from any of you guys that have stayed to this point of the video. What strategies have you got now that are about to come back into fruition? Is it like an Asian under 23? Is it an MLS All-Star Rare Pro Powerhouse team? What have you been working on? What have you been building? What is about to come out the garage and get back onto the racetrack? I can't wait to read it in the comments section, guys. Have a great one. I hope you enjoyed this, and I'll see you soon. Take care. Bye-bye.